Okay. Okay. Well, hopefully I'm live again. Are you? Is anyone still here?
I'm still here, don't worry. This cake looks so good. It makes me hungry. What the heck? Why am I looking at cake and thinking hungry? Cheesecake.
Let me see, how's the GPU? Okay, it's still around 94%, so at least the utilization seems stable. It's not over encoding right now, so yeah, there's something very...
Wow.
Yeah, there aren't.
That's a lot of monsters behind there. What?
Well, do you want to start? I mean, I assume Scott will be here in a few minutes. He shouldn't be that much longer. Let's see.
Mark Wiens, I'm in Romania, and today we have the honor to experience the ancient medieval food of Romania. And so actually the main event is going to be tomorrow morning early when we have a medieval Romanian pig roast. But before tomorrow morning, we're actually starting off with dinner tonight.
Is that a thing,
right
Romanian
now,
pig
they
roast?
This one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tomorrow morning, we're actually starting off with dinner tonight. Right now, they have just done amazing,
Well, they're going all out
incredible
on
things to preserve
the medieval
ancient
side.
food, the food of Romanian ancestors, and medieval cooking techniques. I can't wait to share this ultimate ancient Romanian medieval food.
I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't tell him. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it.
Well, let's see what's going to happen. So yeah, we're in Romania, everyone. Ferma Dacilor.
And the one thing that your chat might hear me say the most is, why is he being treated like he's 5?
Yeah. Well, let's see. Maybe this time they won't treat him. They won't treat him like a...
Oh yeah, he got food handed to him with a person that had their hand on, like being hand fed.
Well, yeah, what can we say? Well, we'll see. Hey Luna, let's not spoil the video just yet. But yeah, we're reacting to some Romanian. Zeligon Gavies. No, this is from Romania this time. Plum brandy. This is about 60 to 70% alcohol, by the way.
That's good because we can drink
I
more
don't
than
know.
one.
He's being served that because he likes alcohol or because it's
Traditional.
Okay.
Yeah, we're in Transylvania most likely, and it's traditional over here. It's strong alcohol.
A jar of it, because we have a whole jar of it.
And you can see
This is just one of the most impressive.
That jar is enough to get somebody drunk, and
Probably. I'm surprised he's handling it well.
yeah. Well, for us Romanians, I mean, I've had colleagues which would drink from a big bottle, the equivalent of, I don't know, something like 8 to 10 portions of that jar, and yeah, they got drunk, that's for sure. But at least only one of the 3 got into a coma.
Because we have a whole jar of it. This is just one of the most impressive displays of food. There's just like piles of meat and vegetables.
I think the kid at the bed, so you continue.
Yeah.
Make sure you comment on everything they does. Every single thing.
Yeah.
He has floated on some serious pork
If you want to-
onto the
Yes, food from Romania.
wood oven there.
So we're reacting to
That's
some
Mangalitsa pork.
shenanigans from
Which
Romania.
that's some of
This is
the best pork fat in the world. They've got 2 different stews.
Yeah, over here they are preparing some Romanian stews, and well, they are going all out on the medieval style. That's for sure. I mean,
Yeah.
they can go with modern technology, but I guess since they are trying to give us the impression that everything's medieval, they are going on the traditional side. Like look at all the wooden logs being burned.
Going on the fire. One is a lamb stew that's just like fall off the bone tender lamb. Another is a rabbit stew that's going, and she's just adding sauces and beautiful things. The aromas are just pouring out of this fireplace.
Even alcohol.
Coil? Yeah. Nice.
More drinking.
And they're... Oh boy, that's a lot of
This is just unbelievable.
of
That's
fat.
bread with the onion and the cheese, Buluf cheese. Bullduf cheese that's
yeah.
from here.
Yeah.
On some toast.
Burduf,
And then-
Burduf
didn't
cheese
know
is
what
a
he was
type
gonna
of
do with that,
sheep
that
cheese,
melted
by the way.
Margalitsa fat. When it came to a melting
Cheese.
point, he
Yeah.
poured on the hot
Cheese corn.
fat, melted fat onto the bread that just sizzles away.
Yeah.
Oh man, the pork fat is actually dripping into the toast with the crunchy pieces of the fat and those onions.
They made it.
Oh man. Oh wow. Dripping with
Are
pork
you
fat and
eating
cheese.
something similar?
Incredible.
No, I had chicken.
Mm-hmm.
Chicken stew.
Unbelievably delicious. Toast will never be the same again.
This is a salami that we've worked for 2 years with the wine. Nuts. This is with wine and pepper.
Okay. Some of the salami.
No, that's traditional salami from Romania,
Oh, wow.
that's for sure.
Oh, you
I've
taste
had
the
it.
nuts too, yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, like walnut?
Yeah.
All you need to do is put it on a pizza.
Delicious.
And this one is with
And
wine
another salami with
pepper.
wine and pepper.
Two types, two different types.
Yeah, you taste, it's like a fruity pepper. Oh, do I have some lard on my chin?
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if you didn't get any lard on your chin. They're definitely amping up the spectacle.
But with it's a special one that's made right here. Everything from here is
Zakuska, that's oh boy. Well, me and Ellie have always said that this guy is kind of treated like a toddler in Romania, and well, tell me if you wouldn't do that to a toddler, like just handing him food to his
Shove
face.
food in their face.
Yeah, I mean, what can I say? Yeah, Zakuska is type of
the mushrooms in it.
vegetable
Yeah.
spreading.
wild mushrooms from around here.
Wild mushrooms.
Yeah.
Oh, that's incredible.
Like shrooms.
It's so good. Zakuska. Oh, wow.
The bait, so it's fast.
This is fried pork neck. Oh man, juicy, it's fatty,
Yeah.
it's crunchy.
Yeah, during
multiple
Christmas
layers of
time
crunchiness.
we eat a lot of
If I
pork.
don't make any sense,
Kind of like how Americans eat turkey during Thanksgiving. That's pork for Christmas.
Yeah.
about what I'm talking is because I'm in another world right now. And I don't even, like, everything is on an epically large, unbelievable level here. They're doing amazing things. I
That
had
was
no
cheese.
idea what to expect, and this is just blowing me away. Okay.
That might be some sort of.
And it's not like smoky chili. It's like
I'm not
creamy,
sure
smoky
what they
chilies.
what they gave him just now. To me it looked like a bean spread, but it might be different. And traditional Lothar music.
Roasted halloumi.
Yeah,
That's like crispy cheese heaven.
yeah, that's going to clog your arteries. Oh boy, and they. Oh boy, that's the equivalent of about 25 bucks. What they gave him those two.
Down now for dinner. This is actually the original building that the restaurant started out in. So this was the original kitchen, and we are sitting on the table, as he already explained, is this stone slab, which is locally from here, but made from oyster shells. Yeah, wow. Oh, and this is the wine area too, right?
Yeah, we are on the same level as Bordeaux.
Okay.
So it's good wine.
Okay, he dished out the lamb stew. That lamb stew, this is only like the appetizer lamb stew. There's so much more to come. Chunks of lamb in this chili gravy sauce that's been stewed over the fire. It smells unbelievable.
They are not even in Transylvania, the Fermadachlor, huh?
He was a genius.
No, that shouldn't be right.
It's so, you taste the tomatoes, the onions, the spices in there, the chili in there, and that herb, that like mountain herb in there.
That's weird.
Unbelievable. I'm in disbelief. Oh wow. What? That lamb was just beyond my wildest dreams. And now, guinea fowl. A whole platter of guinea fowl. It is a drumstick.
It's not in Transylvania, actually. Now that I'm checking it
Eat
out.
it however you
It's in
want.
southern Romania.
There are no rules right here.
Oh wow. It's so smoky. It tastes like it's been smoked and then cooked. Everything is such a slow cooking process with tomatoes and chilies and wild herbs, and so natural. Oh wow. Next up for the rabbit stew. She just gave me an entire drumstick, a rabbit drumstick, and that's like the size of a chicken. That has to be like double the size of any other rabbit I've ever seen. It's huge.
Yeah, we take our rabbits seriously.
Mi-a spart și bara de la mașină.
Oh, that's beautiful. Mushrooms and potatoes and onions in there. Tastes like maybe some wine is in there.
And that's a bear skin because we have a lot
Dinner
of
is
bears
not
over
over
here
yet.
in
They're still
Romania.
gonna grill all of those mangalitsa steaks and grilled
Romania,
meat. He said like
they
sausages,
scammed you.
pork, all sorts of things. They're still
I
grilling.
mean,
but
I
we're
get
gonna try to get a little
in my
exercise
neck of the
before
woods. I
next
get
course. Walk around.
alerts about bears
I
every
need
other
to
day.
Get some fresh air.
Like, hey, there's been a bear sighting on this street. Yeah, don't go out when that bear has been sighted. Something like that.
Wow, we're going outside.
To be honest, I thought
My
you were
first time
about
to
to
ever
say,
vlog in a
I've been
massive
scammed by a
sheepskin.
bear
Oh yeah,
before.
I probably won't even like. I don't think I
I
can
wish.
even notice a weather change out here at all with this on.
But actually, I think I
Zero
was
cold at
scammed
all. This is the
because
warmest thing you could possibly wear.
I went with my girlfriend on a road trip, and we wanted to go check out some good bear
Fire's just
sightings, but we
raging.
didn't
I
get
feel like an
lucky.
entire
So we
flock of
kind of
sheep
got
running
scammed in
around.
that regard.
This is just,
That's the
it's
one
just
year
like all
round.
the cool things in life right here on this farm. Everything massive, everything just ancient and preserved. I have to tell you the truth, I'm just sweating the fire and the flock of sheep on my back.
Well, that's traditional shepherd's attire. So yeah,
E bun de
and
mâncat.
that's the smoker.
Okay, I just opened the smoker. This is the salami smoker. In 3 months, it will be ready. Oh, that smoke. Oh, I could turn into a salami in here. Oh, just 3 months later. There's the pig for tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, imagine.
Oh yes.
Imagine eating
And
that much
starting
pig.
at 5 a.m., which is in like 6 hours from now. These are the pigs that are gonna go on the fire.
What is that?
And they are
Welcome to the
marinating
pig.
already. Look at that fatty
Holy
content.
shit.
Yeah.
It just smells.
Didn't know we
Oh,
were
they already
showing
smell
off.
so good.
Didn't know we were showing off.
Yeah, they're gonna be falling off the bone tomorrow.
Yeah.
Then again, I'm more a pig. I like to eat food.
I don't think this is good.
We
I
can
mean,
hang
it's probably
Elliot
good,
like
like,
that, see what
that's
happens.
just alright, it's alright, interesting.
Yeah. I mean, they're doing whatever they can to make it look good.
And now the time has come for the barbecue. The mangalitsa pork, the sausages, there's sheep, there's... Oh man, this is next level in every dimension.
And the sheep sausages. Surprise.
I don't know how to say it in English, but it's the same like white girl.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, they are treating him like a toddler again.
Hello.
This guy is Cornello. He is the
Thank you,
man.
thank you.
Wow.
So that's.
This one is the fresh wild boar sausage.
It's a traditional.
Nasim, de unde?
Traditional to how shepherds eat.
The mangalita. It's like it's just so healthy, natural tasting.
Basically, traditional shepherd
fattiness.
eating. You just go on the field.
This is meat paradise.
In the
The
mountains,
flavors.
and your wife would just put
So
everything
like
in a bag.
dense, porky
and,
flavor.
Yeah, that's pretty much what you get. You have to eat on your hands.
Pile of onions. Okay, that's the name of the sheep. Oh, Vasilika. Sheep dipped in that like apple garlic sauce. Oh wow. The juicy fattiness, the natural flavor of everything. Everything is from here on the farm. And it will blow your taste buds out of this world.
So far everything looks good. At least he's only
Okay, so
handed some.
wild boar sausage with
Only
sweet
some.
chili jam.
Yeah.
Fetească neagră.
This is made. This is
What a combination.
like the wine.
Okay.
This is the wine.
Oh,
And actually, we
the
have
chili jam is made with the wine too.
Yes, yes.
So that's why you said I need to
Taste it.
taste it.
Sausages with
right here we have some ribs that most people are coming just for the ribs.
Well, this is par for the course. Or shepherd's menu.
Oh wow, it is so juicy. And that's like the dessert lamb, the lamb tenderloin. That is all I need for dessert. Agree with you.
So Scott, would you try it?
Would have to see the pricing.
Amazing about this place is they
Pricing
have
first,
traditional
food and then
lodges
food.
and like wood houses accommodation, and so one of the best things is that after eating you can sleep here, and so we have about 5 hours of sleep. Then I'm gonna wake up and see them put the pig on the grill. Okay, I'm gonna get some rest and I will see you at 5 a.m.
Well, let's see what type of.
Good morning, everyone. It's 5 a.m. I'm walking back over to the main dining hall where they're gonna put the pig on at 5 a.m.
Yeah, it's during the
And they said
winter.
there's a lot of wild animals around here as well. Perfect time.
Yeah.
Good morning. Here comes the pig.
Yeah.
Good morning. Good morning. Oh, I knew that is a huge pig, but they just told me 110 kilos. That is
Yeah.
a monster pig.
Yeah, welcome to Romanian pigs. That's for
We
sure.
got the
And so it's on this rotisserie spinning machine that they have made. So they're hooking up the chain to the motor, which is gonna rotate the pig.
Well, besides the motor, I think it's pretty traditional. I mean, you have the wood.
You go from straight pieces of wood to fire, avoiding the kindling. A rotisserie is not nearly as easy as it looks. It's not like you just build a fire and then rotate it. You have to know where the fire boat goes because the pig is thicker in different places, the animal is thicker in different places. So he actually did 2 different piles of wood on either side, have to spread out those coals, distribute them so that it cooks evenly. And around 8 hours later, it's gonna be just falling off the bone and ready to eat.
Oh boy,
People are
from
gonna
5
be here.
a.m. to 1 p.m. basically.
This was,
Well,
around.
they do everything on a massive, gigantic scale here.
Yeah, this is a hunting restaurant.
Good morning again. It's about 8 a.m. now. This is my first time seeing the farm, seeing this entire area in the daylight. Did I put my head on correct?
Yeah,
I need
that's
to tuck it in a little bit.
If you see that that symbol, that's the Dacian symbol, the dragon with the head of a wolf.
Yeah.
Yeah, during ancient times, that would be what you may call the flag of the Dacians, the ancient Romanians, before being colonized by the Romans. And I have to ban some.
Nice.
I have to ban bot because, of course, there's always bots.
Better? Okay, but anyway, we spent the night in that elevated on stilts house. An amazing room. But the land here is beautiful. This is the best wine producing area of all of Romania as well.
Yeah, it's in southern
It's a world-class wine
Moldova.
destination. It's just it's great to see it in the nighttime, and you can just see how gorgeous and what a ranch this is.
Quite away from many people, as you can see.
And yes, I'm going vegetarian for breakfast today.
Well, yeah, us Romanians tend to fast during or tend to eat Lent.
It's 9 a.m. now. It's been
So
about
we have
4 or
a
5
lot
hours
of,
since we put the
vegetarian
pig
options
on the
too.
fire, and you can see it's already
When
just
it's not
starting to
Lent,
like
then we go-
slosh around.
we go
The
big.
meat is starting to slosh around in the tinfoil. You can hear it like wiggling back and forth, so it's already starting to get tender, so tender and cooked. That fire is blazing hot, and it's gonna need at least like 4 more hours, I think. And so we're just walking around where, these are the deer, okay?
Yeah, welcome to the deers of Romania.
Pony.
In Transylvania, I've seen lots of wild deers while driving around. So I think these in particular are probably being held as pet animals.
Horses are beautiful. The stables, this
You sometimes have to drive
so
carefully in
spectacularly beautiful
Transylvania.
and peaceful. And I think later they might
Because they
even
can
do a
jump
little bit of a horse riding. But what a spectacular place. Okay, I'm gonna take a little ride on the horse, just galloping around. Thank you. Oh man, feels great. He attacks still? A wild cat
yeah,
that they
that's,
caught in this cage, but actually we just released it back into the wild. It ran off into the wild. I think I
Yeah.
caught it on camera, but actually it's meant to be a fox trap because you say a lot of foxes around here, and they come and they kill the guinea fowl and the chickens. Last night they caught a wild cat and just released him back into the wild.
Yeah, that's a baby
And we
lynx, actually.
we're walking now down the
I'm
hill
very-
a little
I'm
ways
curious
to see
how
something
they
special,
managed to get
something
it
we
separated
ate last night.
from the mother, because that It's basically a mountain lion that lives. That's a baby version.
Yes, here it is. Hey, buddy. Again,
So yeah, that's the
pigs
that's the
are
Mangalitsa
prized
pig.
around the world for being some of the highest
and it
quality
has wool
pork
on
meat
it
you can
too.
get, and the highest quality fat. And some people say the fat even has health properties. And yeah, and Carnello just mentioned that the Mangalitsa pig, 0 cholesterol. That's amazing. They're big and hairy and curly. And again, the farm to table concept. I mean, they raise all their own meat, they grow their own vegetables, they pickle everything. There's honey, there's different jams, there's all sorts of things that are all from here, from the land that they do, that they produce.
Yeah, I mean, I have some of those things in my own house, courtesy of my father. He took up farming after retiring.
Fresh honey, honeycomb.
Well, not the honeycomb, but the pickled things, you see. So I can vouch in that regard.
So after all the morning activities, it is getting very close now. And you can see the pig, 110 kilos of pig is starting to spill. You can just see how golden, how tender, how perfectly cooked that is. Oh man. And it's time. He is beginning to
Well,
take
let's
off
see
the
how
wires,
this, how this
take off the
goes.
foil to reveal. Yeah, so their technique here is that they wrap it in foil to cook it most of the way through, and that seals in the juices so that the juices don't drip. But now the final step is that they took off the foil, and that's good. But you can see that piece of that hind leg where it, where the foil had fallen off, how crispy golden that is, and now the whole body is going to get that final roast. As the pig gets its final roast, we're starting with some tripe soup, cow tripe.
Yeah, that's...
Oh man, that looks good. It looks so
Yeah, it's an
milky.
acquired
And
taste.
there's
Some
salami,
people love
there's
it, some
chilies,
people
there's
hate
onions.
it. But you get it. It's basically a cow's stomach.
Oh, the
And
tripe
it's,
is so tender.
Yeah, it's
Not
a very
chewy at
tender.
all. And
It's
that's
a
like
very tender meat.
seriously milky, buttery broth. He just added in a little blob of cream to mine.
Yeah, it's
It's
how
a
it's
sour cream?
traditional eaten. Sour cream, and you also get hot pepper next to it, so
Yeah,
you
that extra
mix
sour
them in. Yeah, see, like he's doing it right now.
Wild boar.
Wild boar too?
And that's that seems like a traditional
And this looks like a
farmer's
this is clear
soup.
broth as opposed to a creamy broth, with just some light vegetables. It smells so good. Wow, that meat, it's been cooked for so long because it's so tender, but it still retains that like wild texture. And then it's like a tomatoey, kind of like carrot broth. That is stunning. And this is a type of onion, well, like maybe it's a shallot.
Yeah, I mean we
just
call
mild
them
and
red
crunchy and
onions,
juicy.
but I don't know how you would call it.
Yeah, probably just red
You know
onions.
that it is how they put the pear inside?
We have red onions.
No?
We have
Oh yeah!
Tell the story, cum ajunge para înăuntru?
Para, pui sticla, o susții, faci
put the-
suport, când e mic.
You want to, were you trying to say something?
No, that's all. That's all. That's
Okay.
all. It's like, oh yeah, we still have food.
When the pear is
crește,
small,
când
you
crește, ea
put
crește
the
în
butter.
So apparently they grow, they
crește,
grow
The way
the
here
pear
is growing
inside
inside the
this.
butter.
So it's
It's 35.
whenever they whenever the flour turns into a small pear, they put the glass around it when it's
Yeah.
small, and then it grows into the bottle.
Okay.
Este
Interesting.
snaps.
Just a
So
sip.
that's how they get the entire pear inside the bottle. It basically grows in it.
Ăsta e cal nou, e frumos ăsta, Costel.
Okay, we're gonna take a quick horse ride, horse
Yeah.
carriage ride. Mike, are you ready? Quick horse ride, and then we'll come back for the pig. onto the rolling hills. It's like a prairie, the grass. Oh, this is absolutely gorgeous. What a special place. Oh, okay, we made it. Oh, that was fun. Of course, it would have been silly for me to think that it was only the pig. There's chicken wings, there's the cabbage rolls, there's ribs,
I'm
there's
back.
potatoes,
I had
there's
phone call.
another ribs or lamb. And I think they were getting really
They
close.
went
You
on
just
a
spray out the
carriage
fire
ride.
and think.
Of course, because he's the king of this
So
country.
close.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's how foreigners are. That's how foreign influencers are treated in Romania. Basically, at least if they expect you to provide a big enough boost to Romanian tourism, they will do everything they can to make you feel like a king.
A little bit of the freshly baked bread. I think there's flaxseed and sunflower seeds and pumpkin seeds on top. Salmale.
So those are the traditional cabbage rolls.
I got the word from Cornella to just grab one of these out of the pan. Salmale, which are
Grab
the
it out
cabbage
of the
rolls.
pan?
And you
It
can just
looks
see how
hot. When he grabs it out of the pan, it looks hot. I know he got word to do it, but I wouldn't grab it out the pan. I would just use like a fork or something to grab it
Well,
on my hand.
to be fair, that those pans are taken out of the oven, so they're actively being cooled down by the air. So maybe they look like they should be hot, but they've probably been there for 5 to 10 minutes, and they must feel just warm enough, but safe to pick up.
they're caramelized. Oh, that's hot. Oh, that's hot. Oh, wow. Okay, that's too hot for a half or an entire
Yeah, he
cabbage
just
roll
grabbed
right out
it
of the
from
oven in
when
your
it's
mouth.
done.
Yeah.
It just holds
Yeah.
in, retains that heat, and part of it is because it's when you bite down, that's just like hot pork oil, pig oil, just squeezes out. That's like caramelized cabbage and pork fat. Wow, that's good. You stay back by the fire for too long, you start to cook as well. And so many snacks before the pig. This is that like cabbage and pork ribs. Oh, that's hot and right out of the pot.
How is this one?
It falls right off the.
Those boar ribs still have some
Right off
texture
the
and they
bone.
cook down with the cabbage.
I like that experience where it falls right off the bone. I would like to be treated like I'm 5, but I'm sorry, the full Romanian thing is just so weird.
Yeah. Well, this is basically the king experience or the toddler experience. Depends on how you want to see it, but yeah, it's basically just for influencers. Don't expect to be treated this way as a regular tourist. That's for sure.
Unless I become like an influencer, which it's not gonna happen.
I mean, if you go to what's his channel's numbers? Yeah, 11 million
Yeah,
people. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's basically half of Romania's population. So it is to be expected that they would basically be able to treat him like a king because they expect.
Even 5 years ago when this was made, I believe he has like 5 million subscribers on his
Yeah.
platform.
Yeah.
So it was really big, even for the video timeline of when this was made.
Oh, and it's right in December of 2019, so just about the beginning of COVID. Yeah. I mean, when did it start coming to Europe? Around
I
October?
know it started in 2020 for
It
me.
started in 2020 for us too. In America, I think it was 2019, but for us, it was definitely 2020.
2020 because I remember getting my passport because we were about to go to Barcelona for a trip for college, and then that had to be called off because of COVID.
Yeah.
I wanted to go to Barcelona, goddammit. I wanted Barcelona.
I remember.
But I only
for
got my
me-
room and anime.
I remember for me, we were doing baby groups where the babies are supposed to be interacting all together, and that had to be cancelled because of COVID, and they wasn't sure if it could kill infants, and we were just like, oh no! So we got tested for COVID because our child was like still infant,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
not toddler, but she was still like infant age.
Yeah.
And we were like hoping that she wasn't gonna die, like, because we didn't know like any information about COVID, what it was, what would happen.
Yeah, I think I don't know. It felt like it would spare small children, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, but in the beginning it didn't.
COVID
Yeah.
just spares the child, goes after
Hey,
the mother.
Mizuti, welcome.
At the start, we didn't actually know if it would spare children or not. We were just told that it might kill children. And we were just like, oh no, we have a child. But we wouldn't have known. Even going out in public, you just want to go out in public and be with your child, and we wouldn't have known any better.
Welcome.
So we got to stay inside and be with our child.
Well, either way, I think we've had. It was very politicized over here in Romania. Like, we would get a teacher who came back from China around October, and they would quarantine her because God knows, she just came back from China and she was displaying symptoms, and she was being carried away. She was being carried not even in an ambulance, but in a funerary car.
She's already dead.
Yeah, but she was still alive. And then
No, she's dead.
yeah. But the way they handled it for the press, like they really wanted to scare the population, basically. Back then.
It was politicized in America too back then, like heavily politicized.
I mean,
Yeah,
over
you
here.
see, there's a video literally about British news versus American news about like Ebola, and it's like very calm about Ebola, and then America's just like, we're all gonna die. Hey, I ain't gonna get any action because they think I have Ebola because I.
Yeah, over here in Romania, it wasn't the two-party system like Republicans versus Democrats. Like Republicans would be against lockdowns. It was basically the politicians versus the people. Like the people, about how in Romania about 55 to 60% of Romanians are living in the countryside, where, let's be honest, there are worse diseases to worry about out there than something that transmits like COVID. Like the problem isn't the disease. We've been through worse. It's the infrastructure. Like you've seen how the roads are in the restaurant when they went on a carriage. Yeah, that's pretty normal for about, I'd say, even more than half the roads in Romania, like 60 to 70%.
The toilet paper crisis was probably the worst part of COVID.
It was hilarious.
It was hilarious to watch, like, the Americans cry about toilet paper.
No, it would even happen in the UK because the UK are a bunch of idiots who want everything.
Yeah, that's stupid. We had
They're
like
like,
a
"Oh, we're just
mall
gonna
in
close
some
the
shops,
toilets."
but then they made a one toilet paper restriction. As soon as that happened, it was like, okay, I see. We have to go to a different shop to get toilet paper.
There was only
But
one
it was-
thing I only lost one thing during the pandemic was having my own milk. Now I had to share.
No, basically over here in Romania there weren't that many people who are trying to profit off of toilet paper, but the restrictions came anyway. Like they said, idiots overseas are hoarding toilet paper. We better implement it over here, even though nobody is doing it.
No, there's a whole entire, like, I don't know if you saw it's not really a meme because it's funny now, but it wasn't funny then. eBay. People on eBay in America selling toilet paper. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
I
like,
saw
what the
I saw
fuck
the
is
stream.
going on? What the fuck? And I was trying not to laugh because it was funny, but it wasn't funny for the time.
Yeah.
Oh no, it was because we were laughing at them. That's why.
Yeah, of course.
Well, and at the risk of being political, during that time, I was pretty much looking at the U.S. and saying, "Oh boy, the
Well,
dem-
we still do that.
the
We still look at the US and be, what the dumb people doing?
Yeah, they canceled Ebola prevention. Yeah,
Cancel
for like
toilet roll prevention.
well,
Yeah.
no, they only canceled it for like a hot minute before they remembered they needed Ebola prevention.
I mean, to be fair, Ebola happens mostly in the rural villages of
Ebola.
Africa, and by the time you get to the airport in Africa, you're pretty much already screwed in terms of symptoms. So they wouldn't even let you get out of Africa with
I
the
mean,
symptoms.
the only people that were allowed in Africa were military to help out when
But
Ebola got out.
yeah, but people trying to fly from Africa to Europe or the US,
Yeah.
it very few people would manage to get out because they would already have severe symptoms. Like it acts very fast once you get it.
So we stopped one pandemic by just leaving Africa alone, but we had to have
But if
another
it
one just
happens-
because China was around.
Yeah,
Well,
But-
Ebola and COVID are very different diseases. Like with Ebola,
Yeah.
you have very visible
Yeah.
and fast-acting symptoms. Like in a day or two, you're pretty much bedridden. And with COVID, you can go 2 to 3 weeks. And even if you are in the late stages, like that's the worst that you can get. You can still walk around. Like I've had COVID 3 or 4 times according to the tests, and the worst I get was just a bit of a fever and not even a sore throat, more like a headache, something like that. That was my COVID experience. 4 times I've had it, according to
I
tests.
never got COVID. Everyone in my family did. I didn't. I
Well,
was lucky.
for me it wasn't, and I was in a predisposed group. Yeah, because I was a bit more on the full side, let's say, back then, if you catch my
Yeah.
drift. So my father was pretty much very pro COVID prevention, and I was like, I've had it 3 or 4 times already, and you're as tough as a bull. Nobody from my side of the family ever died from COVID. I mean, I told you guys that I've had a grandfather who basically got to 100 years old, and he only died just
Yeah.
now in February.
Yours.
Well, basically he didn't really have COVID, but he had pneumonia like 10 years ago, and the doctor said, yeah, he has pneumonia, but he seems to be doing okay, around 90 years old. So somehow I doubt that COVID would have
Yeah.
done much to him.
Immortal boy.
I mean, yeah, the real problem was that he fell out of bed and broke his leg, and then he went.
Was it raining?
I don't know. It wasn't. February was a pretty dry month, so I don't think it was raining. He had a heart attack the day before. That's what we kind of figured out. It wasn't really confirmed, but yeah, he complained about chest pains, and my father told him to stay in bed until he came back the next day with some medication. He was living in the countryside.
Yeah.
So we would pay another villager to come by and just ask from the doorway, "Hey, how are you doing?" And he answered back, "Oh, I'm still in bed." feeling like shit though, something like that. My father came literally an hour later, 9 a.m., and found him sprawled on the ground. He tried to get out of bed, but he was weak, and when he got out of bed, he fell and broke and dislocated his leg. So that was yeah, that was bad. And then no ambulance, no public ambulance would try and get him. 30-kilometer ride from the countryside. Basically, they said, yeah, he's going to die. We aren't going to be coming. That's the public ambulance. We called around 5 other private ambulances, and we found another one from a nearby county that agreed to give my grandfather a ride to the nearest hospital. So yeah, sometimes it's better to have a private option because the public option doesn't really care about you.
Yeah.
I mean, you know how those memes about people being told, hey, Canadians, how about you die instead of wasting our time in the hospital? Yeah, over here they aren't even that. Just die. We don't care.
Can you like keel over for us, please?
Yeah, I mean, in Canada they have the quote-unquote good senses to at least euthanize you. Apparently, that's an option. Over here it's just wait in bed.
Wait in bed, see what happens.
Yeah. Well, welcome to the public option area.
Flying all over the place again, like last night. That's a piece of a sample of the rotisserie.
Hello.
Oh,
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Oh wow. Oh man.
This is
That's the pig.
So out of curiosity, Ellie, would your husband eat such a thing?
Ellie's on the other side of the planet.
The whole pig?
I mean, parts of it. I mean, just curious.
Yep, not the intestines or the ass. I think that's what we.
I don't think we even tend to use that. I think those are parts that are kind of thrown away.
Next piece, he just sliced off a piece from the top of the neck of the pig, and that is fatty. Wow.
That melts away in your mouth.
It's fatty, juicy. Unbelievable. Caramelized pig.
Yeah, they've just told the guy to, hey, turn off the fire. It's
And this is the next piece, which is on the side of the pig.
So big.
Yeah. So yeah, this is the toddler.
interesting.
The toddler
that is just the pure meat.
experience, basically.
No fat. That
smaller
almost
food.
is like turkey, but way juicier. I'm really enjoying this one. Like the leanness, but the juiciness is remarkable, and that garlic sauce is extraordinary.
We like our garlic sauces over here in Romania. That's probably why they try to make Dracula's weakness to be garlic.
Yeah.
So this is what it's all come down to ever since last night. The medieval, ancient times Romanian pig roast. And it's been a tradition to roast an entire pig for centuries, for thousands of years in Romania. And this is what it all comes down to, this entire experience. The amazing hospitality, the amazing people, just unbelievably delicious food, and really spectacular.
About the hospitality. When you're coming to Romania, don't expect this type of hospitality, but don't also expect to be treated like shit. So there is a middle point.
You'll be
And
treated nice until your money is gone.
no, not really. I mean, if you go into the cities, then you get the capitalist treatment. Like, yeah, the money is kind of running out, then your treatment gets lower. But in the countryside, they will treat you pretty good, even compared by other countries. Even if you're not paying the best. Like the country folk are very accommodating. That's for sure. In Romania.
I'd hope so.
Spectacularly beautiful. Everything that's happened, and the people have just made it. I can't even explain it anymore, but this is what it's come down to.
Nuts.
Salami with nuts.
Salami
That's the one with the nuts,
with
and this
wine.
one with the wine and the pepper.
Ferma Dutchilor wine.
Wow.
I can't wait to
That's a
leave my
gift
country.
bag.
Like, does everyone get a gift back?
Yeah.
So you get a birthday gift
You
bag at
enjoy
the end of it.
Yeah. Basically, you can these types of very quote unquote authentic restaurants. They would give you gift bags if you spend enough time. Like there are, if you reserve this restaurant and you would
Buy the whole thing.
yeah, kind of. Then yeah, this is what you can expect in terms of you would be given gift bags too with this restaurant has its own winery. As you can see, they grow their own food from farm to table, basically. So yeah, they you can expect such a thing if you pay for a good experience, let's say.
Yeah.
So it's not just because he's an influencer and they're just flexing on the people. It's pretty standard if you pay good enough money to get gift bags and be given a small bit of a show. Nothing too extreme. Like they're literally showing off the entire process over here from going to the farm to cooking. I don't know. I guess if you really ask them, hey, can we
bring some of this delicious food back with
no.
us?
Can we videotape the process of cooking? Yeah, sure. As long as you don't get in our way. I mean, in this case, the guy is a VIP, so they would accommodate him more, even though he's kind of getting in the way sometimes of the kitchen.
He pays them, by the way, to be in the way of the kitchen.
Yeah.
He pays them really well. Any price that they ask for, he says yes, as long as he can film.
Yeah, I mean at this point, there is exposure. There is the price that he pays, so he's getting the full treatment in both regards, not only just for exposure, but also for being a good paying customer.
It's a gift from Cornell. Taking care of you. Taking to Thailand.
Again, I want to say a huge thank you to Cornello and everybody for hosting us. I can hardly even process everything that happened and just the natural
free
beauty
wolves.
here. And a big thank you. It has been spectacular all the way from last night and then all the way up to the medieval pig roast. And also a huge thank you to everyone who helped organize, and to Nassim and Christian, and to everybody who helped organize everything here. And then finally, big thank you to you for watching this video. Please remember to give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. And if you're not already subscribed, click subscribe now, and also click the little bell icon so that you immediately get notified of the next video.
Yeah. Okay.
Good morning. Hope you're having an amazing day. It's Mark Weens. We just arrived to...
So this is the second movie in the playlist. I think we're in Brasov, judging by that church and architecture. So
Wait, you said he's for $1,000? Wait.
Brasov or Sibiu, one of the two cities.
Oh wait, no. 1.15 Romanian?
$1.15. Yeah, street food in Romania is very cheap compared to what you would expect in other countries. Like you would live as a king off of street food alone.
To Sibiu in Romania.
Yeah, Sibiu. Okay, so yeah, it's Sibiu city. We're in Transylvania, and it's the most there are two cities, Sibiu and Brasov, that are kind of like the cultural capitals of Transylvania, and they're always in competition, like which one's better. My opinion, I think Sibiu takes the cake by just a bit, but Brasov is also good.
Which is right like in the center of the country of Romania. This city is known for its food. It's a gastronomy capital of Romania, and so today we're gonna walk around, we're gonna eat some food, we're gonna go to the old town, and then not totally sure.
Vrei să te auzi la știri?
De nu, că ăsta arde.
Yeah, my father came in like, hey,
Yeah.
here's some food. Don't try to fast over here. And
Yeah, have food.
yeah. So what can I say?
I
For the plan,
I
what we're
wish someone gave me food. Goddamn.
I mean, yeah, I had a soup before the stream, and I kind of I was expecting to eat like to eat the second portion, like the rest of the dinner after the stream. But he said, "Hey, here's the food. Eat it during the stream, I guess."
You did now risk your life.
Yeah. Well,
just gonna go along and explore this city. And so this morning we're starting at the market, and I believe that smoke just pouring out from above, from down the road there, is where we're gonna eat.
Yeah, so there are traditional open air markets in Romania, and you can buy all kinds of different stuff, like clothes, like flowers, like God knows whatever.
Yeah.
Basically stalls. And when there's merchants, there's also food.
Yeah, that sounds about right for most places.
Now, I'm not going to pretend that the food in these types of markets are the best. It's
At least they are there.
yes. I wouldn't recommend eating them due to sanitary conditions, at least in my city. But
Hey, I'd rather do that than eat whatever you find off the streets of India. That's for sure.
I mean, yeah, it's not that bad in terms of India, but there are better places to eat in Romania, that's for sure, and better quote unquote fast food, street foods. Just how should I put it? The merchant stall street foods are kind of the lowest of the lowest in terms of quality and sanitary conditions. So
You first.
So yeah, this is the CPU, and I've
And
also
the closer
done
we get, the more meatier, smokier it
I've
smells.
also
We're just-
done a stream regarding it when me and my girlfriend went there. If you remember when I had a flat tire.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was on my trip to Sibiu.
And this cloud of smoke coming up. Oh, that smells good. Oh, I can't wait. This is gonna be this is the breakfast I want to be eating in Cebu. Oh, that's a grill of wonders. Whoa. Wow. That is a monstrous grill of meat. It's like a couple meters long, and just the coals are.
As you can see, quantity is a bit more of a consideration in these types of places.
Full, absolutely full
Big
of meat,
amount.
and the smoke is pouring there, fixing
That's
those
the
coals,
quality
but as
of
that
dipping.
fatty meat drips
Well, there are
down,
a
it's
lot of
just
people
fueling that
coming to this market to buy stuff, so they basically accommodate them.
fire. Oh, they're constantly like putting out the flames. Oh, that is a grill of beauty, a meat grill of beauty for breakfast. Actually, you have to get in line here to pay and to order, and then they're grilling the meat here too. But they not only have michi, right? Meat, which is the kebabs, but they also have
It's not like a kebab. It's basically you just eat those with some mustards on the side. You're just given 3 of those on a plate and a drop of mustard, like well, a big drop. Yeah, that's about it in terms of meat. That's how they're eaten over here. Imagine kind of like the hot dog without the bug.
Steaks and sausages and oh man, that smells unbelievable. This is a Romanian meat heaven.
Because this is the payment
And they give you plates and bread.
Yep,
and
that's
mustard.
mustard.
I was staying in the
Get in the
line.
next line, get the michi directly from the grill.
Yeah.
Then you get in line again to get your meat right off the grill, so it's hot and fresh, and you know it's fresh. I mean, it's as fresh as possible. Oh,
A lot of people here this morning.
The michi usually they are eaten with a beer next bite, but I think it's a little bit earlier to have a beer.
Yeah.
There are quite a lot of people in line drinking beer. There are definitely a lot.
So if you're not going to be eating them
You'll be
on the
drinking,
street stall, there is the 1st of May, which is Workers' Day, well, communist remnant, and the whole purpose of that holiday is basically to just go into the countryside and have a picnic, and there you would grill your own meat. And that's when you get the beer and just go wild in the picnic area, for better or for worse.
But it wouldn't be
It's always
quite
a good
unusual.
idea.
So
Well, the problem is
Yeah,
that
maybe communism had only one thing right, and now people have a holiday.
well, to be fair, the meat is kind of a mix of meats. Like it was kind of the meat scraps that you would be able to get, because during communism meat was very expensive. Like
Yeah.
the mismanagement was insane during the 80s. Like we would get famines. We were the North Korea of Europe in that regard. Like I don't know if you've heard about the famines in the 1990s from North Korea. Yeah, that's what we had in the 1980s.
I mean, they still have famines to this day.
Yeah.
They had a famine during COVID.
Yeah. So the mismanagement of communism basically invented the meat, basically because there were only scraps of meat. They would just combine different meats like pig and cow meat and chicken meat and whatever comes out of the thing that would how do you call it, the mincemeat maker, that's you would make this type of sausage basically. And it's stuck around.
he just like cooks them in just like a cloud of smoke and cooks them until they're blackened, darkened on the edges, and then you gotta wait, but you get it right off the grill, fresh, hot. They're making your meat dreams come alive.
Mulțumim.
That's for us.
Dați-mi unul de la mai bine, că nu mai stăm.
And then they have some seating here too. They have some tables.
We have some seating, but we
Yeah,
don't
we can
have.
sit here.
Yeah, as you can see,
sit right here, it's fine.
the seating is
Okay, that's
very
okay. We'll just do on this side.
high end.
Look.
Yeah.
On foot. Something that's interesting is that the michi,
I wouldn't expect
oftentimes in
high-end.
Romania, it's made with pork, right?
Yep.
But this one is unique, made only with veal.
Veal. Yep.
So this is
So
unique,
this is
maybe
only
Cebu
veal
style.
meal,
Okay, so
Michi.
I'm really curious.
Okay, you gotta go for it, man.
Right, so
Yes, dip it in the mustard.
wow, a lot different than the usual stuff.
Awesome. Different style. Okay, I can't wait. I cannot wait any longer. And by the way, I'm completely bathed in Michi smoke right now. Whoever smells me is gonna get hungry just from the aroma on my jacket. I'll just try it first before adding mustard just to get the pure taste of it. But that texture, that's something you'll notice about Michi is that texture. It's so bouncy.
So there's one thing that us Romanians are used to this, but if you come from a foreign place and look at it, what's the first thing that you would notice about that?
Penis shaped and penis sized.
That's one thing, but I've been told that it also looks like a pile of shit.
Ah, nice.
The texture and the aroma are good. It's just that how it looks, it kind of puts some people off. That's the problem with it.
Oh wow. Oh, that's unbelievable. You cannot believe the salty, oily juiciness that's coming out of this. And like, what's amazing, this is a totally new, unique Romanian meat item. I mean, it's not a kebab, it's not a burger, it's its totally own unique thing. Yeah, that's stunning. With mustard, it will be really good too.
Yeah, basically, if you come to Romania or Serbia, they also have a variant of that. A bit
like
different how it's made, but
kind of like a sweet and slightly spiced mustard.
You can see all of this.
Oh.
And the perfect combination with meat
No.
is the beer. And you want to try it, Mark?
Oh man.
It's a hybrid beer.
That's the combination.
That's the
I did one
combination.
because it's a little bit earlier. So, but no.
It's the perfect combination with meat is a beer.
Yeah. And if you look around, most people are having a morning beer. Yeah. Because the michi, I think, because they're so salty.
Yeah.
Then with
It's
the
a
beer,
good
that
combination.
that is some serious beer meat. That's meat heaven. The texture. Okay, and next up, I'm just gonna go sit down. Next up, we got this sausage, Romanian sausage. Look at the length of this sausage.
That sausage can be pretty spicy sometimes.
You have to back the camera up to even
They
get
like
a full view of how long
They
it
like
is.
to include some
That's definitely
paprika
half a
inside
meter.
of it sometimes.
Not quite half a meter, but
So it depends.
Break a piece of this
but most
guy.
of the time it's spicy.
there's a bit down, just like some oil just squeezed out or squirted out. That's delicious too. It's so smoky. It's so fatty. And it's just like you can feel oil on your fingers, and that's ultra flavor. But it's actually all about the michi. That's just the true gem of this place, the true highlight. And these are just fatty, oily, supreme, like unbelievable fatty meatiness. And just because the heavy, I mean, it has to be like the heavy fat content, and then that dripping down, that's what creates so much smoke. If you watch them grilling, that poof, that cloud of smoke, but that's what like just embeds into every bite you take.
You want some bread?
Yeah, that white bread is pretty.
I love this
traditional.
location,
It
kind of
looks-
in an
it's
empty
everywhere
lot.
in
There's
Romania.
some kind of auto mechanic stuff happening. There's an empty trailer. Whoa. But
that's
just
that's not correct. $7? No, that's way overpriced. 30-year-old. Let me just.
This was 5 years ago. Don't forget about that.
Yeah, it's not possible. Around to USD, like it wasn't that. Oh, it's 651 now, but yeah, 5 years ago it would have been around $5. Even now it's a bit pricey. That's $7.
Thank you. Nice to meet you. Just the people that come here are cool too, and it's just a community. When you come here, people are greeting each other. You know they're regulars, and definitely if I lived here, I would be a regular here too. But that was cool, man. That is the heavenly meat breakfast.
So if you're a foreigner and people see that you're talking English, they would try and get to talk to you. It's like, hey, here's a person I can talk English to. They're a foreigner.
Yeah.
They have this curiosity, like they are very friendly to foreigners, us Romanians, in general. So that's if it's kind of like how did you get here? Let's give you a good time.
How did you get in Romania? What do you mean?
Yeah.
You must have been drunk to get here.
Kind of, yeah. So yeah, people, the ordinary folk would be amused and kind of impressed, and people would basically just try and treat you like a very good
Yeah.
host. Like they would treat you as a good host.
Fist of your dreams. One more goodbye to that puff, that cloud of smoke and smoky meat.
Yeah, this market was built before communism. As you can see, the buildings are a bit run down. If you look over there, and it's architecture that's been built around between early 70s and even late 90s, because there was also the period of transition. So I would assume this market has been built around late 70s, early 80s. My guess.
Feeling alive. We're gonna drive back to the old town of Cebu and walk around the old town, the old city.
Oh,
Yeah.
and Scott, I found a mod that's called Handlands. I'm gonna send it to you. Why is a mod just called Handlands? Just
But
whenever
for
you have a
what?
lance,
Oh,
it's
the
your
hand
hand.
lance. Oh,
Yeah. It's just,
know.
What type of
I know
mod is it? For what?
yeah, look at your gems. I sent it to you.
It'll be a
Just your
switching
hand.
the lance out with
Human hands
it.
and arms.
Oh. Okay, yeah, that's an interesting one.
Handy lance.
Okay, that's very funny. I was wondering what type of mod is it for what game, and when I saw the cat, I realized
Only
what it was
one.
for.
Michi, that's the type of food that you
Why would
have
they do
to
that?
walk around. You've got to do some exercise.
So this is the old town of Sibiu. Basically, it's a big old town. It's one of the biggest in Romania. It pretty much escaped the communists, because for some reason they decided not to play meteor shower with it, like they would do to the capital and other bigger cities. So that's good.
After you eat them, I mean, of course, you could just easily lay down for the rest of the day, but it's better to walk around. So we're gonna walk around the old town and just kind of get some of the sights and get a feel for Cebu. This is the public main square of Cebu.
Yeah.
It's actually a huge, like, central courtyard area with the Cebu Parliament. I believe
That's the mayor's office. I don't know why he called it parliament, but oh well.
the church over there.
One of the churches. Transylvania itself has many different faiths. Like you have the Catholics, you have the Orthodox, you have the Protestants. So there are many churches for every variety of Christianity.
But it's a huge space, very festive. It's not so busy right now at this time of the day, but I'm sure in the evening and also on holidays and the weekends it's packed. And then they also said on the summer it's also very packed. It's nice. There's cafes and restaurants all around as well. We just walking around and came
Get
to
an
this
elastic
small.
band, but keep going.
Hmm?
Keep going. I'm just gonna get an elastic band for my curtain.
Okay, okay.
Market, and he is selling right at the front some different Romanian desserts and sweet snacks, and that one is so cool. It does immediately, yeah.
Of my childhood.
Ah.
Some of the desserts my mother used to make it when we were a child.
So this is called salam de biscuits, or biscuit salami. Basically, the white part is ground up biscuits, and it's kind of held together by chocolate and jelly.
So
Awesome.
I really want you to try it.
Okay, and it does remind you as soon as you look at it like a salami, and it is actually called a biscuit salami. Biscuit salami, what a name. Oh, it's kind of like a dense chocolate cake, but like biscuity. It's like bread with chocolate all the way inside. It's good. Yeah, it's really not too sweet. Kind of like a chocolate bread. This is a cool market, very friendly. There's like souvenirs, but also Romanian food and Romanian food products and food utensils. And so we came across they're selling cheese. Yeah, that's very good. We've walked now to an iconic bridge that it's not over a river, it just overpasses the road, but a bit of a photo modeling shoot is.
This is the Bridge of Lies, basically, and the story goes that if you propose over here and you would later divorce, if you would propose to somebody and the bridge would deem that you would later divorce, then it would crumble under you and you would fall. So it's kind of like you propose over here, and if the bridge doesn't crumble under your feet, then your marriage will last. Something like that.
Taking place behind us, but you do kind of have a perspective. You see the church, the steeple. You
and if you see
that,
if you see that there is a lock over here, these types of bridges that have marriage-related traditions, you could call them. People would put locks on it, and basically it symbolizes that as long as the lock is locked, then the marriage will last. But yeah, the mayor will come over here and cut the locks himself after a while, because yeah, that's a safety hazard with all that metal weighing the bridge down.
The clock tower from the main square, from this whole area, and then it's all overlooking an overpass of the road. We're stopping for a quick coffee in the main public square. Coffee, much needed coffee. From here we're gonna climb to the top and get a view over the central area of Old Town Cebu.
Cebu, not Cebu.
Oh, so there's no fee or anything, you just go up? Yep. Cool. Come up the circular ancient staircase, very medieval. Very cool. Okay, they do pay a fee once you get to the first floor.
Mind the gap.
It's a watchtower of the gate of Cebu. So it's like a lookout medieval lookout tower. Yes.
It's perfect before taking the lunch.
Yes. Oh. We made it to the top. Wasn't too bad, but you do get a little workout if you just take it straight. Okay. Oh yeah. Nice views all over the city from here, but it is encased in with a window. We're walking through the streets again, another little market, a little local market at the base of the church. Like, there's some vegetables, there's some baked goods and some pickled things, and also some honey. Merci. Yes.
Did you miss the zakuska?
An amazing lady with some pickled, all these homemade like pickled ingredients and zakuska. Zakuska, cheers. Oh yeah. Yeah. You gotta have a zakuska every day in Romania.
Jam.
Sweet chili jam.
Iute.
Wow.
So that's
Okay, a spicy chili.
Yeah, that's spice. Iute means spicy.
It's more like jam with a little bit of a chili flavor. That's like sweet chili. She has so many amazing just home style pickled goods. This one is pickled horseradish. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, that's good horseradish. And you feel that.
The old woman was basically thanking them like, may God bless you with health. I would assume that they paid her quite a bit of money. And
I
that's
think
why.
they paid her a lot of money to say that.
No, it's something that that old women would talk if would say for good tippers. So.
Oh yeah, he's a great tipper. He's like a fantastic tipper.
Yeah.
You know that a lot of countries and a lot of people aren't doing that well. I think that he goes like the American way, where he tips 10 to 20%, depending on.
Yeah.
And he doesn't show it. He doesn't show it. He doesn't add it to his total.
Yeah.
So he will do it off the camera.
Yeah, judging by how the woman reacted, because I understand Romanian, you know, being my language and all. Yeah, he gave her quite a substantial tip. That's for sure, because she was very very pleased with him. That's for sure.
24, 34.
34 something.
She's an amazing lady.
I don't know what that 34 means. I think she gave him 34 somethings. She was numbering.
Thank you. She is precious. She is so special. And she said she's been pickled.
So she's trying to get him to try some grape juice, most.
All her life, and she said she won a gold medal for her pickles.
Yeah, and
beautiful.
you have to try this.
Okay.
You didn't try it until now.
So
Here, I have a
the
spoon.
grape juice
No,
that
it's
he's going to try.
20 asta e... Așa, pe când vă duceți în... Am rachit.
Yeah? Is it alcoholic?
Nope.
No. Okay.
Nu e alcool.
Most. Okay.
Ok.
Oh my god. I haven't drank it most until I don't know, 5 or 6 years ago.
Wow. Is it made with plums too?
Yeah.
Or is
No, it's grape. Most is made from grapes.
it? No, with
cherries or something?
Oh my
Grapes.
God.
It is grapes.
It's only
Okay.
grapes.
Okay.
It's only grapes.
It's like the sweetest grape juice
Why?
you'll ever have.
Nu, fii atent. Nu, stai liniștit că nu te
Wow.
apucă
Made
la
by grandma herself. What an amazing way.
She told them, don't worry, it's not alcoholic. You're not going to fall off like a drunkard.
lady.
I'm just happy that they're not offering him free stuff.
I mean, she would at that point. I think with the tips, she would feel obligated. Like that's the mentality. Like, hey, you.
No, yeah. I mean, like, offers before that he offers her the tip. Like, here's this for free before he can offer them to pay or tip.
I mean, let's say there is a 10 to 20% chance of that happening if the guy or the girl who is maintaining the stall is doing very well. But considering this is an old lady that's way past the pension age, you know, I would assume that she's not doing very well in terms of money. That's why she's there to sell her produce.
That's probably the best tip that she'll get all year. To be fair.
Yeah.
From him, yeah.
Yeah, I would say so.
Wow. Yes, that is delicious. And now we've walked over to a restaurant where they made arrangement for us to come for lunch, which is called Restaurant Jules, or Jules, I believe that's how you pronounce it. But wow.
I mean, it's Jules. We don't really have a word that that would be. I mean, in Romanian, if I were to try and pronounce it with a pure Romanian accent, it would be Jules, but it doesn't sound Romanian at all. So it's clearly just a. It's clearly either from English or French, Jules or Jules. Jules.
It is pretty cool. It's in an old courtyard here.
Yeah, Jules Bistro.
And this is sort of it's a modern Cebu Transylvanian Romanian restaurant, but it's a really nice setting in this courtyard. They have, I like that their menu is not too extensive. They just have a.
And also there, in some restaurants, you would get some appetizer, some free appetizer if you stay there, and if you stay and eat and order a lot of food, they would bring out some bread and some form of not margarine, but how do you call it, butter. And as you can see, they
and this is sort of it's a modern Cebu Transylvanian Romanian restaurant, but it's really nice.
So there's
setting
the bread
in this courtyard,
and there's the butter. So they brought the butter out as an appetizer.
They have, I like that their menu is not too extensive. They just have a few specialty dishes for.
Usually it's a sign that you have to wait a bit for the first option on the menu that you ordered. So usually in Romania, if you want to go for a full course meal, you get a soup, then a main course meal, and afterwards a dessert. So in this case, it's kind of a sign that, hey, the soup is being made. It's being slow cooked. So here's something to keep you happy until we bring out the soup.
Out with some bread, and you can just see the sponginess of that bread with. It is truffle butter. Oh yeah, the bread. The butter. So that bread, that sponginess is remarkable.
Maybe tortellini, never mind.
Yeah, they brought the Italian stuff. This is not something that you would. This is a high-end restaurant.
We're starting with a few starters. One is a beetroot tartare, and then one is a tortellini. But yeah, so this restaurant is kind of a fusion Cebu, but I think this is really why Cebu flourishes as a food destination, because of the influence, because of the fusion of cultures here.
So in the previous video we had the pure Romanian stuff. So I guess I can say that, yeah, he can eat the fusion stuff too. It's just that it's not traditional. I'm just wanting to make sure that people know this.
It's like a carrot or a pumpkin puree or something. Okay, and then the next dish is a beetroot tartare. Really nicely designed with different vegetables. There's herbs on top. There's sunflower seeds, I believe. Wow. With a thick foundation of cheese on the bottom. You got the sweetness of the beet, a bit of like crunch on there, and the sunflower seeds.
My curtain will be like that for a small bit.
Main courses have arrived. This one is the lamb, right? Yeah, this one is the lamb, and this is quite artful plating. That's a huge plate, actually. Some pieces of lamb. There's some kind of a vegetable medley on the bottom, and some kind of a black paste on the bottom. Start with a piece of the lamb. There's some greens, lots of vegetables, and I'm not sure what is that paste, but I will have some.
I'm not sure too. Definitely not something that you would order.
The paste is kind of like smoky tasting.
Romanian
it's kind of bitter
restaurant.
and smoky. And then the next dish that we got is a trout dish, and it looks like it's been seared off. There's some some vegetables on the bottom, and then some kind of a sauce with that green oil. So I will.
So in this case, Ellie, as you can see, while they order for him, at least they aren't hand feeding him this time.
Yes, my complaints about them hand feeding them will be not this time.
Take a piece of the.
I found a
fish.
cute
Looks
chillax
fantastic.
boat game. So sorry if I haven't been talking. I've just been chilling in this boat game.
No worries.
Well, it kind of just crumbles all into the bottom there, so you need a spoon actually. Come on. That tastes like a dill oil, maybe. That fish is good, and it's kind of like a cream dill flavor to the whole dish. Nasim is about to feed me this.
Well,
What it is?
they hand fed them.
But come on! It's you had to jinx it, Ross. This is your fault. You literally said, look, at least they're not hand feeding him, and then they start hand feeding him.
This is what Ross just brings it to existence.
Yeah, I'm one of those SCPs where at least something doesn't happen, and then it happens.
Oh, whoa!
Bring it back.
It's like a poof. It's like a poof of lamb.
You know what I hate the most? They don't give him like a fork or a spoon. It's just, I don't know. I know that their hands aren't dirty. I just hate when they hand feed him.
I think they did give him. Let me just.
Dill flavored dish.
Was it before?
I will.
this?
Some vegetables, like it's been.
When did he get?
What it is?
Yeah, he
Okay, he got a fork that time.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but sometimes they'll just straight up use their hands. I have no offense to like. I just maybe have a thing when people use their hands.
Yeah.
I don't know where their hands have been, unless it's my boyfriend. I don't know where random strangers' hands have been.
Yeah,
Why I don't like them hand feeding him.
Yeah, I mean, truth be told, over here in Romania, unless you're the mother, you don't really hand feed anybody else.
Thank God, because I'm just like, even with the fork, I don't want random strangers to fork feed me.
Yeah, I mean, how should I
Catch
put
these
it?
hands.
When you're at a restaurant and you want to try the other person's food,
You
then,
ask, and he hasn't asked at all.
yeah, then you
like
you
something
would
else.
use your own fork to pick something from the other person's plate.
Yeah,
Something.
maybe that's the thing that's pissing me off. He hasn't asked us. Maybe it's off the camera, but he hasn't asked a single time in Romania to
Yeah.
have their food.
I mean, at this point, I think people would just expect him to accept it. Just what can I say?
From here, also, that we wanted to taste some of the
Hands.
traditional Romanian food from Cebu, so we're gonna go to another restaurant just to have a few more dishes, which is right in the old town here. Okay, so you come downstairs, a flight of stairs into the basement.
So yeah,
and it's kind of like
Krama means the wine cellar. So the old Sibiu wine cellar. That's the translation.
cellar restaurant. This is cool. Very cool. And they specialize in traditional Romanian food from this region. And so we're just gonna stop here to try a couple of dishes. Such a cool restaurant. Even the chairs are.
Yeah, it would be. It is. It looks very traditionally Romanian. I'll give them that.
Traditional Romanian style, the wooden chairs. I love these plates.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really buy these anymore. They're made from porcelain, and I would assume that they've been made around the 60s or 70s. these types, and it's very hard to get your hands on some of these nowadays. So yeah, it's a pain in the ass if they ever break.
Look at that plate with holes around it.
I wouldn't be surprised if they kept this for special occasions, if these types of plates, and they bring it out for VIPs, but who knows.
Yeah, it's really like a cellar underground restaurant, and it has a very cool atmosphere. I like this place. He said wait for the soup for the bread or something. And the waiter he's friendly, but he's like joking constantly, like traditional joking. Like he told me, make sure I don't touch the plate, or he said, you'll see what happens. But I don't think anything happened. Luckily.
Bine atunci, mai bine. Sarmale.
This one is polenta, and what is this one?
This is polenta with cheese and sour cream. It's calling baldush.
So 2 types of polenta.
Yes.
Okay.
This is only the corn, salt, and water, and the other one I told you is with extra sour cream and cheese.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Do you want a separate plate for that?
Is what?
Separate place for that?
Oh, that's okay.
For meat rolls.
We got a couple dishes to share.
So yeah, that's traditional peasant soup.
But we've already eaten some, so we didn't order a huge feast, but some of their special dishes. And this is exactly my type of food. I love the presentation, the traditional style, the recipes. To begin with, I got a soup, which they called on the menu, they called it the peasant soup.
Yep, called it.
Which is a mix of vegetables. There's carrots, I think there's noodles in here as well. No.
Not noodles, but those white long stuff is bean sprouts or whatever it's called, and like it's something like related to beans, like how the beans are being held into if you've ever seen a bean plant, the beans are you have to get them out of a long stalk before, and they just keep the stalk in, like they boil it with the stalk together.
Oh no, those are peas, and then some peppers, and then it just looks like a simple, just wonderful vegetable medley. That's just simple, that's vegetables, good vegetables, the sweetness of the carrots, the crunch of the cabbage, the peas in there. These are beautiful cabbage rolls, Transylvanian cabbage rolls with a big chunk of pork on the side. Maybe cut it. Oh, it's so tender. That just slice. You don't need a knife, just a spoon. Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's some good quality cabbage rolls. If you can cut it with a spoon, then it's good.
Oh, I love cabbage rolls. On the menu it said stuffed with meat. I think it might be.
Yeah, it's stuffed with meat and rice.
Pork. Oh, What I like is that it's thick.
They also tend to serve some boiled pig fat or meat with a lot of fat as a kind of a side dish to the sarmale, to the cabbage rolls, in case you need any more fat to ensure you have a nice heart attack.
Layers of cabbage.
Ooh, yay.
A lot of cabbage with that layer of meat on the inside. And then you taste the pepper. It's like a sweet, actually black pepper, but like fruity tasting black pepper, like whole peppercorns in there. Oh man, and that just like juices, the cabbage juices and the meat juices are just completely combined and just mingled. Those are spectacular, really extraordinarily good. And just don't take like half a cabbage roll in your mouth at one time when it's right out of the kitchen. The final dish we got here, this is a shepherd's stew with lamb, and I believe peppers and onions and polenta. And that polenta is cooked with sour cream and cheese, and it's rich and hearty. This looks delicious as well. And yeah, that combination, you need a bit of everything on one bite. It's like meat steaks though. With that like rich, heavy, meaty, kind of like tartly, tomatoey onion stew. And then that polenta, wow. The richness of it, you taste the sour cream. You taste
those people aren't very fond of the noise they're making. Like, as you can see, they kind of gave him the,
wow. Tartly, tomatoey onion stew. And then that polenta, wow.
kind of giving
The
him
richness of it, you
side
taste the
eye.
sour cream.
Like, what are you doing, my man? Just eat your food.
You taste the cheese in there, and then you get a bit of that crunch of the cornmeal. But it's almost like a really, really rich mashed potato. That's delicious as well. Definitely a little more heavy and rich than the cabbage rolls. But both are really good. The food is so really like home tasting. Very good, yes. Thank you. Awesome food. But this is the highlight dish for me, the cabbage rolls. Get a little bit more of that bacon.
So there are probably two or three main foods. One of them is the meat. You saw the one at the early, the meat rolls. Basically, you saw at the beginning of this video. And then there's sarmale, and then there's polenta. This is the sarmale, the cabbage rolls, and the polenta, or mamaliga, how it's said in Romanian. These three are, if you ever have these on a menu, then it's a Romanian restaurant.
Giant chunk of bacon on this bite. Oh, that bacon. Or ham. Bacon. As soon as you bite down on that cabbage, like pork dishes just squeeze out.
109 RON. Yeah, that seems about right for what he ate. Conversion rate. I wouldn't. Let me see. 109. That's about 23.66. So it's a bit. Maybe the inflation has.
That's wonderful.
Has been a bit higher.
That was a spectacular meal. I loved the location in the cellar, the staff, shout out to the staff. Staff are really friendly. And that's just like straight home cooked food. That's the meal I was hoping for in Cebu. So I'm glad we stopped by there. Highly recommended when you're in Cebu. And that completes this food tour of Cebu. I want to say a huge thank you to Nassim and Christian for taking me around. For sure, the highlight of the day was the mich in the morning for breakfast. But it was an entire great day. And I want to say a big thank you for watching. Please remember to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. And if you're not already subscribed, click subscribe and also click the little bell icon so you immediately get notified of the next video that I publish. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you on...
Okay. Well, one more video should do it.
Yours.
Why the internet?
Hey everyone, hope you're having an amazing day. It's Mark Weens, and we just arrived to Romania. We literally just landed at the airport a couple hours ago and drove straight to a city called Brașov, which is in the mountains of Romania.
Oh,
it's a beautiful history.
This is the video where he's being hand-fed the most. I remember this one.
Oh god.
Historical city.
We both watched it together.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Don't you want to skip it since we both watched it already?
Do you want to skip it, Scott? Since we've already.
I don't mind skipping it.
Okay.
Hey everyone, hope you're having an amazing day. It's Mark Weens. I'm in the heart of Transylvania, Romania. This is a beautiful place, and today we have the special opportunity to visit a local village. It's a pretty remote village. We are gonna meet with the community who's gonna cook a local Transylvanian Romanian meal for us. And so I can't wait to learn about Transylvania, the amazing village, enjoy some amazing home-cooked local Transylvanian food, and I'm excited to be here and share everything with you.
Not much to add to that intro. It is a very traditional looking village you would find between in southern Transylvania. You can see that there is a fortified church over here. Basically in the Middle Ages in these villages, people would, if they would get attacked, they would run to the church and fortify it. Stay inside, basically. So there's that.
So I think we're gonna start just walking around the village before we get started cooking and eating, and then just learn about the village and learn about Transylvania. Hello. And it's a traditional sourdough. It's a sourdough bread.
It is a sourdough bread. Like this is staying much longer fresh. You don't put yeast at all. You please smell it.
Oh yeah, it's still warm. I can feel the heat. Yeah, that smells.
I don't know why the internet is being kind of a problem nowadays. It's not loading the video. What's going on? Come on, load. I don't know why it's being a pain. Now let me refresh the video, I suppose.
Hey everyone, hope you're having an amazing day. It's Mark Weens. I'm in the heart of Transylvania, Romania. This
Yeast at all. You please smell it.
Oh yeah, it's still warm. I can feel the heat.
Let's go for 1080p.
Yeah, that smells incredible.
Yes. You need to have it there.
Okay.
It has to stay 2 hours in the oven.
Oh, so it's a very slow bake.
It's slow baking, and it has also, with this sourdough, it has to, cât timp trebuie să crească?
Păi, cuptorul cam 2 ore și în timpul ăla crește.
For 2 hours, he's firing the oven with wood, and in this time, the bread rises, yes. Poate i arătați. Ai voie să deschidem?
Cum să nu?
And I gotta taste that immediately. Oh yes, pork fat.
This is zakuska.
So the first spreadable was pork fat, and this is the zakuska, which is kind of like a tomato-based spread with lots of other vegetables. Like you can add mushrooms, you can add red peppers, hot peppers, whatever, as long as it the main part of the spread is the tomato.
Zakuska, okay.
You have already tried
We've tried it, yes.
This is very traditional, but in each house it is different.
Yeah, that's what I said, that it can have lots of variations, the zakuska.
You can smell, it's so aromatic, it's so smoky. There's a number of different types of paprika, chilies, there's aubergine, tomatoes, and onions all roasted and then into like a mashed spread on top of that bread. How is it, Nassim?
So good.
Oh wow, yes. The bread is incredible. It's so crusty and so gooey on the inside. And with that perfect roasted vegetable jam.
They're preparing a syrup for him. I don't know if he shows it, but the woman was saying there is a syrup coming up.
Oh, that's superb. Oh, I love walnuts. Oh, those are incredible. Just, they're like honey sweet. I love walnuts.
So yeah, we're here in the villages. Most of the heating is done by wood. As you can see, they are pretty well stocked.
Stacking up the wood, piling up the wood for the winter, and then also for the oven, because they bake all the bread using wood, big wood fire oven. Oh, this was a great stop. We are gonna move on, continue from here.
So over here we will start with the chicken.
Oh. Okay.
Chicken.
And they are known for their cooking, especially the local Transylvanian food.
Exactly, very traditional.
Very traditional.
Chicken soup is something very special for Transylvania.
Oh, and here comes the chickens. Beautiful. So we're just walking through the courtyard area, and then through, they have a lot of chickens here. Chickens are very common, and then you can see just the stacks of wood. And then something that's also unique about Transylvania is their construction of houses and homes and buildings, the unique roof shape, which you'll only find in Transylvania. And then every house also has a vegetable garden outside of the house, so we're just gonna get some vegetables, pick some vegetables.
It's basically how my grandfather used to own this house. So he used to own a house similar to this before he died. So basically, yeah, there's always a garden in the back of the house.
Now is when the carrots are perfect at this time of the year.
Yes, now it is the time when we take them out.
White carrots,
have also
yellow carrots, horseradish.
Yes.
And we're gonna use all these ingredients in a chicken soup that they're gonna make.
Regina says we will do a good soup. Chicken soup is for weddings, for Christmas. It is a very special soup.
It's a... The potatoes are here as well. Everything. Oh, and the entire basket is just full. Everything is available right here locally from their garden.
Mm-hmm.
The Irish would be speechless.
I mean, it's not like we are specialized in potatoes, but we do use them a lot too. I mean, whenever you think of potatoes, the stereotype is to think of Irish people.
Pardon.
Doug isn't he's very shy.
Here's the chicken for the soup.
Well, that poor chicken. It's probably laid its last egg a few days ago.
It's gonna be a rooster for the soup.
Oh no, it's a rooster, okay.
And I'm sure we're gonna be using every single part, including the comb and everything from the rooster, as they do locally in Transylvania. One thing about raising your own animals and meat and vegetables is your level of appreciation and how much meaning it actually has when it then comes time to butcher and comes time to eat and cook for your family. And that's something I think that's so important to remember. Not totally sure where we're going. I am just, oh cool, look at that well. I'm just following, I think we're going to the neighbor's house too. Or the next house. Mark, nice to meet you.
Care a fost și la ziua mărului. Da, da, și aici am mâncat.
And the amazing ladies here have hooked me up. Okay, should I take that off my...
However.
Over or over?
You can also.
Okay.
Like this.
Yeah, and this is a traditional...
This is a traditional Romanian...
Transylvanian.
Yes, Romanian Transylvanian shirt.
Wow. Oh yeah.
So yeah, this is the type of shirt that peasants would wear traditionally, at least back in the day. Well, nowadays you get the normal attire, like you see.
We peasant clothing.
Oh, it's warmed. I'm loving it. And it's time to start cooking, which I'm also loving.
1, 2, 3.
Brânză means cheese, so they said, and they cut it off its head.
Put the hot water over the rooster so that you can pull out the feathers, pluck the feathers much easier.
Wow. And then there's the palinka, the plum brandy.
I'm beginning to realize that palinka is a very traditional and very omnipresent beverage.
Okay. Yeah.
Here,
if you come to Romania and you don't drink palinka, then you're missing out. Like, it's kind of like the Transylvanian thing. Like, kind of like going to Scotland and not drinking scotch.
Mihaela, she will start to prepare with sourdough.
Okay.
Deci asta e cu maia.
In addition to the chicken soup and all of the other ingredients laid out on the table, she's going to get started making some of the sourdough bread. Traditional sourdough culture that you keep it from the day before and you make it the next day, and so it's just continually, it's always living because there's no yeast.
It is the traditional way.
Things are even getting better. In addition to the chicken soup that they're making, they're also making a veal stew. So many things going on, and they're just all working together to create this spectacular Transylvanian Romanian meal.
For a chicken soup, you have to make a homemade noodles.
She's now getting started on some egg noodles, which is going to be for the chicken soup, for the rooster soup. I love how they use all the wooden bowls, wooden troughs, which she said actually that's a must because it makes everything taste better when they use the wooden bowls. So as they're still cooking, we're gonna go, I don't even know where we're gonna go, but we are gonna take the local transportation.
Of course, the traditional peasant carriage.
Of course.
It still feels king-like them taking him on this, no matter if it's peasant or not.
Well, it's, how should I put it? Romanians are very annoyed by these because whenever you drive in the countryside, they're always a pain. It's something that us city folks always are annoyed, but they're annoying just in general for many different reasons.
Yes.
It's longer.
Oh, this is the way to go on a Transylvanian horse carriage in the village.
Traditional occupation in the villages here in Transylvania is agriculture and animals. They always plucked with the horses.
Okay.
They bring the hay back with the horses.
The horses.
Yeah. 10 years more.
Wow. Oh, we'll have dinner there.
The area against the invasions. We are going to the...
Oh, we're bumping now, going up the rocky road to an apple orchard. Okay. We've come to the apple orchard, and something that's unique about this apple orchard, and actually this was the original project, is it's yeah, they have wonderful apple orchards, and in order to like create a business to help the people of this village, they thought we could use their amazing apples and make apple juice, and so that's part of their initiative, that's part of their project, and so we're just gonna stop, but then we're especially gonna see this is the place where they make the apple juice. It's just incredible to see this production, this warehouse facility of producing ecological, high quality organic apple juice. And they even supply, just from this small village in Transylvania, they supply many hotels and restaurants throughout Romania for apple juice. It's really boosted this village, provided jobs for many people, and it's, yeah, and we're about to taste some apple juice. So this is pear.
Yes, this is pear.
So this is actually pear juice today.
So yeah, now it's pear juice, not apples, but oh well.
They're juicing pears.
The pears in Romania are much more sweeter than the apples, but there's also a bit of a problem with pears. Basically, you'll have to go to the bathroom a lot with pear juice. I don't know if you've tried it, Scott.
Just pure pear juice. Oh wow, it is superb. Oh wow. We got back in the horse carriage and we're on our way up the hill, up the mountainside in this village to take a look at the orchard, the apples, and just to also get a view of the village. Whoa! Oh, you gotta hold on. Okay, this is so much fun. Yeah. We're in the orchards now above the village. Ah, it's gorgeous.
Mark.
Hello, Mark. Nice to meet you. No way.
Well, Mark, when we come here in orchard during the pruning time,
yes.
Sorry, and when we're working here, we in the eating pause, break,
Yeah,
eating
so-
break, we make such a picnic. This is what we usually prepare for.
Awesome.
Yeah.
This is pork fat.
This is a surprise meal at the top of the mountain. Had no idea this was coming. A chunk of pork belly, the fat and the skin, which has been like scored into like a floral formation, punctured onto a stick into the ground over
It's
charcoal
kind of like the marshmallow technique, more or less.
over a fire, and then just slowly cooking, smoldering. You can smell the meat aromas, just as the fatty aromas, just throughout this entire orchard. Oh, I love the way they've done that.
It takes only
Oh, okay.
10-15 minutes. How
Ah,
cât
okay.
trebuie, Hans? 10-15 minute să se facă?
Yeah, so fry it with the wildlife.
sau?
Burn it down.
Să iau brânză că stau rău cu stomacul astăzi.
She's going to only take a bit of cheese because she's not feeling too well at the stomach.
Much or just a...
That's what the person in Romania, that's what the woman said in Romanian.
When you're eating, you drink some palinka.
Palinka.
We have a nice...
Pearls like this, it is very good.
Noroc.
Noroc.
Norok means cheers or good luck.
I'm gonna take a nice crusty piece of bread with that. Onions go on. Then look at that. Look at that beauty. There's a little bit of meat on there.
Yep.
One layer. And then like dehydrated fat with the skin all just like crispified. Look at that. It's like a 3-pronged fork. And I love how they've just scored it. Oh yeah, one more thing to add is the cheese. And this is a...
You can add it or eat it.
Sheep cheese.
Either way, sheep cheese. Okay. Oh yeah. Oh, that's insane. Oh wow. There's like 12 layers of crunchiness on that bite. The crunch of the onion, the crunch of the bread crust, the crunch of the pig like 4 times. The flavor just juices out. One more thing to try is the organ sausage. I believe pig.
Așa că e cu de casă, cu...
Little chunks of liver and kidney and heart, and I think everything is just in there.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's so soft. That's amazing.
Sweet pizza, we can call it. Likiu it in Romania.
Okay. We're back at the house now, and they're getting ready to bake the bread.
Specialized skill. For example, I cannot put the bread on this.
And on the other side of the kitchen, the noodles, she's been making the noodles the entire time that we were gone, and she rolls it out 8 times, so it's like tiny, tiny, very thin noodles, and letting those dry on the cloth as well. Nice.
So that's probably a cheesecake.
The special dessert that they've made is ready. This is it's beautiful how they made it with the dough, kneading that dough. It was like an egg mixture and then a cream mixture on top and then baked in the oven as well. Wow. Wonderful. And it's just like lemony taste too. And then for the chicken soup is in the kitchen boiling away. It looks like they've cut it up into pieces, boiling it with some of those vegetables, the carrots especially right now. And they're just, they probably need to boil that for a long time because it's a rooster, so it needs to simmer for a while so it gets tender. We have one more place to go before all the food is ready. And that's actually going to be dinner, everything that they've been cooking. But we're going to go to one more village nearby, I believe, to see some of the animals that they raise. And animals, livestock, well, I'll tell you later once we're there. Okay, bye-bye. Okay, so it was about a 15-minute drive. We're kind of like over in the next valley from the village we were in before, but this is a very small village, just a few families living here, and especially lots and lots of livestock. And the sheep, the whole flock of sheep are coming in. There's cows.
It's like polenta.
Okay.
It's a special polenta.
A special polenta. Amazing.
Milk. After you make cheese,
Yes.
it is a milk. This is not a fat milk. We call it thin
the
milk.
leftover from the
Exactly.
production of the cheese.
And then over here in this beautiful pot, there's that's lamb going along with, there's cheese in there, and then tomatoes and some spices and some peppers, I believe, and that smells incredible. Oh man, over the fire, hanging over the fire, I love it.
Cine o să o luați la mănâncat? Da, nu știam că trecerea mai... Da, ideal, cred că sunteți
Okay, so he's making the polenta now, stirring that, heated up, and then he's stirring in the, it's like a cornmeal.
This is a local butter.
Să se topească un pic asta și după aceea, bine, punem smântână.
Oh, that is a special polenta. Polenta like I've never seen before. I added in a bunch of butter, then a bunch of cheese, and then a mixture of sheep and cow cheese, and then a bunch of like cream.
Cheese and butter.
Bine să mănânce până
He just constantly has to muscle that. Oh, and he just sloshes it around, but continually stirs it the entire time. Oh. So you eat it together with that. Thank you so much. So that polenta, that is the most unique polenta I've ever seen, and just the way it's like, it looks like a blob of melted cheese, and it just stays hot and like simmering in that iron pan for so long, and then you eat it together with that lamb stew. And so you take a bite of this and then take a bite of that?
Yes.
Okay. Wow. That is amazing. Oh, it's so incredibly good. Wow. It's so rich because of the cheese, because of the cream, because of the butter in there. And with that lamb stew, the tomatoes, the lamb. Oh, wow. And now with some of that chunk of lamb. Mm. Wow. That is unbelievable.
Lamb is traditionally eaten around Easter, but I don't know.
It's coming up to Easter time.
Yeah.
Time to make it all over again.
Just looking when it was posted, it's in December, but the people are clearly wearing at least.
It's probably it'll probably be filmed late.
Yeah, probably around September, judging by the leaves. September, I would say.
We're in the pens with the goats now, and they also use the goat's milk, and it happens to be goat milking time.
That's goat milk, all right.
It's like a little funnel here, and they all come through this little door. The males get released, and then the females don't get off so easy. The females. Oh, it's your turn. It's your turn. And fresh goat's milk right into the bucket. I'm taking the seat, the throne. I'm a little scared. Okay. Yeah, you can just.
It's okay like that?
Yeah. Yep. Okay. I better roll up my sleeves for this. Oops. How do
Just
I do?
make sure that you don't
Okay.
let
Oh,
her
here we
kick
go.
the bucket.
Oh yeah, those are milky.
Kick the bucket.
Oh no. Whoa, he just squeezes. I can't get anything. Oh, you gotta really squeeze from the. Come on.
Yeah, he's a city boy. That's for sure. He can't milk the goat
I just
for
sprayed into my pants. I gotta squeeze. Oh, there we go. Oh yeah, you gotta really squeeze it. Watch his squeeze. Watch my squeeze.
Yeah.
Okay. Whew. Yeah, you gotta really squeeze. They are so good at it.
Oh boy, oh boy.
I almost did it.
I almost did it.
Yeah? Da. E chili. E, wow, nu, e mult. Eu.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I definitely smell like a goat now, but I can't wait to get back to my polenta and lamb stew. Oh wow. Yes, with that extra chili, it's like pickled chili too. That is just a stunning lamb stew though. The tender lamb, the polenta, the chili. It just warms your heart, this food. And it's cooked with love, that's for sure. They're just waiting for me to throw a bone at them or something. Cool dogs too. Everyone is happy here.
Okay, bring it.
So he makes it himself?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll give you the other type. So
yeah, that's good. And so it is time. Narok. And his homemade palinka made from wild pears. Yeah, okay. His is very, very good. And you can smell the pear aroma before you drink that. Such an amazing family, so kind and so hospitable. And that was actually a stunning lamb stew, like a shepherd's lamb stew with that polenta. And the only reason I didn't eat 5 more bowls is because we're going back to the other village for the full feast dinner that all the community, the amazing community of ladies have been making. And actually the ladies, they have brought all of the food to this location, which is the manor house. And to my understanding, it was built by a Hungarian family who ruled this village. Then later it's...
Yeah, we had... Transylvania was kind of ruled like a medieval style up until 1918 when the Romanians conquered it back.
Yeah.
And basically the Romanians in Transylvania were treated kind of like the blacks before 1960s. We didn't have many rights back then, and if you wanted to get ahead, you had to basically
money.
No, you basically had to convert to Catholicism. You had to change your name. You had to not speak Romanian. Yeah, it was a pain in the ass to be a Romanian back then.
That'd be rough.
Yeah, basically. It's kind of like hey, I mean, how should I put it? Imagine if the English were actively trying to force the Scottish off of their best lands, off of trying to make sure that the Scottish language dies off. And the Scottish, you know, they clung to their roots. That's how the Romanians were in Transylvania.
Yeah.
It was kind of abandoned. NGO has now restored it. And so this is where they're going to serve us dinner. Wow. Wow. It is huge in here. It is like a castle on the inside. And they've set out, it's like a gourmet castle meal.
After we ate.
Look at that. Yeah, after we just had
back in the field, now we are here, and this is like so elegant.
And I'm ready to eat again.
This is how it looks before. Look.
Ah. Okay.
This is how it looks. Look, the chicken soup. Look how beautiful.
Yeah, that's the chicken stew.
Stew.
Many old buildings were were abandoned following the communist takeover in the 1950s. This building basically stayed, was looted and stayed like a husk of its former self up until the 90s. Even immediately after capitalism took over, there was a transition period where resources were scarce, and it was kind of low on the on the totem pole of trying to restore things. But yeah, they did a pretty good job nowadays.
Yeah,
it's probably been restored in the mid 2000s.
Look at this chicken soup, and you can just see how it's just like condensed down into all those noodles. This is a banquet, a village Transylvanian castle banquet. Thank you. Beginning with the chicken soup, and again, this is the rooster soup. This is the rooster that we chose, they prepared with everything from scratch. It is an honor to be sitting at this table to enjoy this meal, and those noodles also, just the thinness of those noodles. Oh wow, the noodles are so soft, and they just like, you taste the freshness of them and the quality of them, and then the chicken soup is that's such a condensed broth, but those noodles and oh man. That's like the greatest comforting chicken noodle soup you've ever tasted. Oh, and the noodles are so, like, they're unbelievably delicate. That's one of those broths that for sure has healing properties to it.
I'm not sure what they're trying to get there. Is that coffee? Yeah, that's coffee. That looked like a weird coffee.
It looks like coffee, yes.
Weird-ish coffee.
It does kind of smell like coffee. But anyways, what she did is she took the bottom of the bread, which is like the burnt layer of the bread, scrapes that up, puts it in hot water, and that's a common traditional, they call it coffee, but there's no caffeine.
Yeah, I've heard of it. It's just that it's very rare, at least in my parts. It's probably a tradition that's dying off.
Involved.
It's an acquired taste, as you can see.
Maybe.
Maybe the other one is better. This is bread.
Maybe I'll stick with real coffee. Yeah. But it's okay.
Yeah. Must be...
Well, when coffee was scarce, I mean, the communists in Romania really like to keep us isolated, kind of like North Korea. So coffee was a luxury for the higher ups only. Like unless you were really the top crust of the communist society, then you didn't really have access to coffee. So this was this was one of the two alternatives. The other one was nekyazol, which is kind of like a rye-based coffee. It has a very awful taste, but apparently it contained some sort of caffeine in the rye, or something that mimicked caffeine. So yeah, those are the two alternatives.
Be honest with me. I'm happy that you are honest.
It's good. I think maybe I'll just call it toasted bread water.
Yeah, toasted bread water, yes.
But it's good. I could sip it.
It is my favorite coffee.
I could sip it. Definitely smells and tastes like bread. And it does kind of have that roasted taste, but it's not quite coffee. It would not substitute for coffee. It's time for the main meal banquet. All of the dishes, they put all the dishes on the table, all the way stretching down this beautiful table. The veal stew, the chicken stew. There looks like a dish of pickled like sauerkraut cabbage with sausage and ribs. There's the polenta, there's mashed potatoes, there's more like a cabbage pickle. Slow cooked, home cooked, Transylvanian, Romanian food cooked with pure love, with ingredients from this village. Got a little bit of everything, especially the mashed potatoes, some of the veal stew, a little bit of the rooster stew, and some of the cabbage. Oh wow. Oh, that veal stew. Oh, the meat is tender. The sauce is just like, it tastes like liquid cow. It's like a slightly pickled. No, just kind of like a cabbage salad, but really, I like how it's chopped really fine. Okay, and next up for the rooster stew. Oh wow, the rooster too. It's just, this entire meal spread is just spectacularly home cooked with love, and you taste that with every single chew.
When the ladies are sitting together and working, they eat this flour. This is corn.
Oh, okay. So one more stop tonight, and it's for the dessert. But it's a house just down the road from where we were, and we're just stopping in here quickly to have a final dessert to wrap up this entire day.
Yeah, honey.
This is honey. Yes.
Another new thing. Another new thing. Yes. Even for you guys from Romania. That's fantastic. And they actually make what's unique about this place is they make the clothes, the traditional clothes here. You can see them here, and they have a tradition.
Welcome. Bine ai venit. Reacționăm la acest tip, la acest american, cum este tratat în Transilvania. We're reacting to this American guy, like
eating food.
Yeah, how he's being treated in Transylvania, and we're kind of at the end of the collab over here. I had some technical issues, but yeah, I kind of had to switch around my things. But if you want, dacă vrei să vezi ce tip de jocuri mă joc de obicei, poți să te duci pe canalul meu de Discord și acolo o să vezi la categoria anunțuri, announcements, orarul meu, dacă te interesează. So that's a bit of Romanian. I basically told him to go check out the announcements if he's interested in my Discord channel. There's also my Twitter and my YouTube channel for VODs. But yeah, kind of a mixed Romanian English channel over here. So there's that, Betonel.
Traditional loom, which she's going to start making, but I'm going to try some of this dessert. This is the sweet corn, like old sweet corn, which is then somehow cooked with ash to like sprout it.
You can also try it with honey.
It's like hominy. You know hominy?
Harmony. No?
Hominy. On its own, it's not sweet at all. It's just like starchy corn. And then they like to eat it with some of the forest honey. Oh, the honey is wonderful. That's the perfect, like, starchy, slightly sweet coming from the honey. So the perfect place to sit down and to wrap up this entire day. This comes to the end of the day, and this is one of those days that just has struck me with hospitality, with amazing community and people and passion and love coming together to fellowship and to cook, and everything from the land that they've produced, that they've taken care of and nurtured into a meal and multiple meals. I think this is safe to say this has been an ultimate Transylvanian Romanian food village experience today. My utmost thanks to everybody involved. The people are what made it special, and the community. And thank you so much to Caroline. The NGO is called MET, and they do arrange experiences. I'm gonna have the information in the description box
She helped him,
when you come to Romania.
I know she didn't help him like get dressed and put on the shirt, but she helped him like pull his shirt. No, he's 5. Yeah, he's 5.
I mean, yeah.
He's 5 years old. It's fine.
Yeah.
He's being treated like he's 5. That's my forever comment.
Yeah, I mean,
How can you look at a
yeah,
child?
yeah. I mean, that woman clearly is a mother, as you can tell by.
And he's 5.
And
I'm sorry. Sorry.
Yeah. Usually the motherly types of girls are the types that would act like this. I mean, even for us Romanians, if we go visit an auntie or a relative or even just a friend, then we would get this type of this type of experience, you could say. So yeah, it's kind of par for the course. What can I say?
This is a beautiful thing to do, to visit these amazing people. What a day!
Yeah, I don't think him being dressed up is related to him being a foreigner. In this case, it's just how old ladies tend to do it around here. Like they would baby you if you give them the chance, and he seems like the type of guy who won't say no to being treated like a toddler. Let's be honest.
It's not that he wants to know, it's that he can't say no. Like he has the camera on at almost all times. It's not like he's gonna be rude and say no. That's the problem with Mark Wentz. He literally can't. He's just gonna assume that this is how they're always gonna treat people, unless they say no.
Send
or
Ellie
unless
over
they say
there
so.
and get fed. Infinite hand.
I mean,
Yeah, he's not gonna politely decline anything that they do.
Yeah, it's just
I'd like to
it's just
decline
how
how
the
usually
old
people do.
ladies are. The old ladies would treat anybody who lets them treat them like this. In this case, it's not necessarily because the people are being told by the higher up, hey, treat him like a king. This is basically just old lady treatment. Let's just say that. There's a difference between the video we saw in Brasov, the one that we skipped for Scott, and this treatment. This is more organic. Let's just say the guys.
I wish they would stop doing it to him. I mean, he's so nice. He's never gonna say no.
Yeah, but in this
Never
case, at
say
least,
no.
I wasn't going to comment on it because it
Like,
is.
look at how many views that he has on each of these videos, right, Ross? And then the comments, like, maybe some of the comments will be like, oh, I hope they treat me like this when I go there, or I'm gonna go there, and, the comments are so not being you thinking, like, they're not gonna treat me like that. The comments are definitely on the positive side of, I'm gonna go there and expect this treatment. Get treated like a king and all that. 100%. I believe some of these people think that this is how they're gonna be treated.
Well,
And
if you go into the countryside, it's more likely that you would be treated like a king. If you go into the cities, then the people and the urban people are a bit more colder than what you would expect. But yeah, if you're going to the countryside, then you're going to be treated like a bit of a toddler by the older women. So that's why I kind of commented on the first video we watched together that started this whole thing, because it was in the Brasov city, and urbanites are much colder, and than that, and it was clearly very fakely done. This toddlering or treating him like a king or whatever. Then whatever this is in the countryside. The countryside people are very, very friendly, a bit too friendly for most people, but yeah, it's this is natural. That's all I'm going to say.
And again, big thank you also to Nassim and to Christian for arranging things and for setting it up. I want to say a big thank you for watching this video, and please remember to give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you, and if you're not already subscribed, be sure to subscribe and also click the little bell icon so that you get notified of the next video that I publish. And if you haven't watched this entire Romania series, be sure to, I'll have the link in the description box, check out all the videos in this amazing Romania food tour.
So I'm going to end it here. I'll have to check if I can do something about my GPUs.
Let us hope and see.
Yeah, because this is really, this whole saga with my computer is driving me up the wall. Like, I don't know what to make of it.
Trust me, I one of my laptops, I forget which one. It was around, let's see, nearing the end of Call of Duty Cold War, I believe.
And it gave out.
And no, so it was fine until suddenly there was flickering on certain colors. And if they were on that certain color for long enough, my screen would go black.
Yeah.
Until we found out after sending it to a repair shop, or sending it back to the people who sent it to me, were like, "Oh, your motherboard is a little bit too hot."
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh god!" And then I got it back, but not long after it started again, and also the laptop framing, started to break.
Yeah.
Not because of the heating, it's because they put it back together the wrong way. That so much so I couldn't fold my laptop back. You know, I couldn't close my laptop. Luckily, I have this one that's like 10 billion times better. Thank God. I have had like 4 laptops.
Yeah, hopefully it will work out. Well, I'm going to raid out. I have a Romanian girl who
Romanian
yeah,
girl.
it's probably the biggest Romanian VTuber out there, so I'm going to raid out since she really kind of streams. It's kind of a big occasion when she streams. So good night.
Too much food. Yeah.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.